Hi, my name is Sana Hussaini. I came to Australia with my family in 1986. We are Baha'is from the Baha'i community. We came as refugees and we have loved being part of the Australian Baha'i community and the wider community all that time. I work as a mortgage broker. I own some Aussie home loan stores and have been there 18 years now. And I noticed that there was some issues in housing and affordability and around property. So I thought the best place to approach this was with the government. And through asking some friends, they mentioned that this was a sector that is dealt with mostly by federal government. And so I approached the federal member. I went onto the website and I found out who our federal member was, which was quite simple. Once you typed in your postcode and gave your suburb, it told you exactly who your member was. And there was a website who introduced her, so it made it a little bit more comfortable because I knew who I was going to reaching out to, and they all seemed to have a really simple contact form. So in the contact form, I didn't mention too much. I just said that I would like to have an appointment. Um, Very soon, a member of the Member of Parliament's office contacted me and arranged a time for an appointment that was convenient to me and them, and I went and visited. Uh, I was actually quite surprised. They spent around an hour listening to the different analysis and the statistics that I was sharing with them and what I thought, and they were taking notes and they were very engaged, and it actually felt really good to actually reach out. Normally, I wouldn't reach out, but this was, I thought, important. I could see that this was going to affect property prices going up too quickly in the future, and I wanted to see if there was things that we could do to make it better for people and affordability. So, as part of my work, I deal a lot with people purchasing properties and homes and building, and I noticed that there is a statistic around building approval. So this, in a way, is a predictive number that predicts how many properties will be hitting the market in a particular period of time. So if you look at the ones for units, it normally is a good prediction of what's going to be on the market in, say, 2 years, 18 months or 2 years' time. For the building approvals for residential properties or homes is normally a good predictor of something between 6 months to 12 months, what's going to be on the market. I just noticed that there was a massive dip in the number of people building, and that would affect the number of people, or the prices of properties would be going up because there would be a limited amount of stock. And that and a few other things combined, I could see that was going to affect property prices, and I wanted the government to be aware of the combinations of what they were doing, because you don't want unintended consequences. Visiting the Member of Parliament, I didn't really have any expectations because it wasn't something I'd done before. It was something new, but I was passionate about the issue, and I wanted around affordability and also property and homes. I've been doing it a long time, and I know that when a family has a home, and that stability, it's better outcomes for families and children and stuff. So I'm quite passionate about it. Um, I was actually a little bit surprised by the outcome of the interaction. I got a follow up very soon afterwards, thanking me for visiting. Um, the the staff member that had met with me summarized a little bit of the discussion that we'd had and said, "Are these the issues exactly that you've raised?" Which was really lovely because you could see that they were listening, which felt really good. And then that was passed on to the Member of Parliament, who personally wrote me an email afterwards mentioning that she had taken those suggestions and the statistics that I'd provided to the Treasurer. So that was actually quite lovely because that wasn't something that I was expecting. Every single one of us has a particular background, particular life experience that has led them to be where they are. And that's the beauty of the world, and that's what makes the world so beautiful and wonderful. We may notice something in our community that no one else has noticed, but may be of benefit to others. And approaching a member of parliament is, I think, part of our responsibility as a member of a community, the Australian community, to reach out and say, this is what I've seen and this is what I've noticed. And I think that the process is approachable and simple enough that either yourself or maybe even taking along a friend, if you're feeling that you need that support, I would recommend it, and I would suggest that it's much easier than what we may think, or what I thought initially.